Hey everybody, Matty here with Altcoin Buzz. Happy Sunday. Hope you're having a very nice weekend indeed. So Elon Musk is definitely making headlines, tweeting about Bitcoin. We'll get to his series of tweets in just a moment. I first want to alert you guys to a couple of ongoing giveaways. In fact, it's the last day you can enter our joint giveaway, Altcoin Buzz and AAX Exchange. We're giving away $200 worth of Bitcoin. Winners are being announced tomorrow, the 21st of December. Here's what you have to do. It's your last chance. Number one, like and retweet. Number two, follow Altcoin Buzz IO and AAX Exchange on Twitter. And finally, reply with any fact or opinion about AAX Exchange. Again, you have until Monday, the 21st of December, so good luck. We also have, I think, this somewhat spontaneous competition giveaway that Binance is supporting. This kind of sprung up seemingly out of nowhere, but Binance is giving away 1,500 BNB, $1,500 worth of BNB giveaway for hashtag Binance Christmas. Entering is very easy. Number one, you have to download Binance on desktop, and number two, make any $1 or more trade. Very easy. There will be 15 winners, presumably getting $100 each, and you have 24 hours to enter, so best of luck. Okay, let's get to the man of the hour here, Elon Musk, at Elon Musk on Twitter. Always, great when it comes to meme. Definitely a meme smith here. So me trying to live a normal, productive life with the temptation there of Bitcoin. Wasn't expecting to wake up to this on a Sunday morning, but I guess you can expect the unexpected with Mr. Musk here. It sounds like he's in support of Bitcoin, but then again, he'll come back around and say something like this. You never know quite how to read him. Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money, but at least not quite. He also had this to say: Bitcoin is my safe word. Look, the mind of Elon Musk is a mystery, but certainly it's generating a lot of publicity at a time when we are all-time high territory and only gaining more and more and more popularity. So I don't know what to call this. This is like indirect marketing or free publicity of some kind. Just something to have fun with, I suppose. Again, pretty unexpected, but ultimately good for the space, at least in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about some listings here, some major listings for really the meteorically successful project and token that we pointed out the other day, the Graph, ticker GRT. KuCoin, at KuCoin.com on Twitter. Hashtag KuCoin margin trade adds GRT asset and trading pair. You can now trade on trade.kucoin.com. Details are also here. Kraken is also talking about GRT. New Kraken is listing the Graph, GRT, at Graph Protocol. Trading for GRT goes live on Monday, the 21st of December at 1330 UTC, with new trading pairs created for USD, EUR, Euro, XBT, and Ethereum. You can learn more about our new offering on blog.kraken.com. It seems like a week ago nobody knew what GRT or the Graph was. We did highlight it, guys, remember, in our video on upcoming tokens that you should keep an eye on. Yesterday we talked about it again. It was sub 50 cents. It is now up 48.6% since yesterday's video, now at about 64.7 cents. So I don't know when this thing is going to come back down and crash, because obviously, trees don't grow to the sky. Ultimately, this is going to come back down and correct. This market cap is surreal, $769.99 million. So look, here's what I have to say about this. If you haven't already gotten in, it may in fact be too late. Don't FOMO in at all-time highs. But what I will kind of recommend is that you follow our trade signals in the future, because we were pointing this out when it was less than 10 cents. So if you're not part of that discussion, you are missing out. Guys, I'm going to pin in the comments below the link to our Telegram Trade Signals group. You can join the discussion. Of course, it's never financial advice, but we do like to have discussions, informed discussions, and share our opinions about what we think is something, again, to keep an eye out on, to keep on your radar. GRT was one of those. It may be too late in this instance, but hey, join the discussion moving forward at the very least. Okay, switching gears a little bit here, and not to get too political, but here we have New York City Mayor and Chief Asshat Bill DeBlasio, which, as far as I'm concerned, whether you come from a left or a right position, this guy's just universally hated and despised for running that city into the gutter, ultimately. I can't think of anybody, political or otherwise, that has anything positive to say about what this guy has done and his leadership. Dan Tapiero here pointing out that the invention of Bitcoin must succeed because it is a bulwark of freedom against shockingly incompetent and thankfully temporary political leaders like Mr. DeBlasio. And in this video, I couldn't believe this. I've talked about the fact before that I follow politics fairly closely American politics, because as far as I'm concerned, Canadian politics are like, watching paint dry. I have no interest in them, but American politics are a different story. But here DeBlasio is talking about what so many people expected was the underlying agenda, at least in New York, this whole time: forced redistribution. That's exactly what he said. Quote, "I'd like to say it very bluntly. Our mission is to redistribute wealth." So his mission isn't to support the businesses that he's shut down. His mission isn't to support the hospital system that's under strain. His mission isn't to allay the fears that so many of his citizens have. His mission is to forcibly use the crisis at hand now to redistribute wealth in his utopian vision of how the future ought to be. So one other argument, I agree with Dan here, strongly in favor of Bitcoin. Don't let them have any sovereignty, any control over your future, over your funds, and over your money. That's all I'm going to say on the subject. I feel like I've already gotten too political on it, but very happy to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below, guys. This kind of incompetence, this kind of criminality, as far as I'm concerned, is exactly what Bitcoin and the larger cryptocurrency and altcoin space can solve. So if you're at all libertarian in your mindset, I think chances are you probably agree, at least to a certain extent, with this. So I'll leave the rest of the discussion, guys, but moving on here, I'm just appalled by what I saw with this coverage. So moving on, though, as far as what we covered yesterday, you may want to check out the video. We discussed the fact that the $51 billion global investment firm Jefferies is actually selling gold for Bitcoin for the first time. Now, they're not selling all their gold. I don't want to sensationalize this story more than it has to be sensationalized, but they're allocating a 5% allotment in their portfolio to Bitcoin for the first time. And Bitcoin increasingly is being viewed as a hedge, being viewed as a kind of a safe haven asset, because gold, precious metals, high-yielding bonds are all failing as safe havens, are all failing as the conservative assets that have traditionally been held in portfolios, to the point where now even gold firms like Jefferies are actually scooping up Bitcoin. If you haven't caught that story, we did highlight it yesterday, so I don't want to launch fully back into it, but it's a big deal, and CoinDesk here is covering it, so we'll link to this in the description below. You may want to check it out. Jefferies would cut gold exposure in favor of new position in Bitcoin. For anybody saying that Bitcoin isn't the new digital gold, this to me is the perfect argument that actually supports that point of view. Digital gold is Bitcoin. It does everything that gold could ever do, but more efficiently, better, and much faster, of course. Okay, we're talking about Velas now, which is in the news, ticker VLX at Velas blockchain. A couple of developments here. Their BitOrbit launch is ready with a whole new ecosystem of products, an AIO platform, access and manage VLX tokens, synthetic assets, example VBTC and Ethereum, and more, micro apps, file sharing, chats, and more. Here's the article on bitcoinist.com. Velas set to launch BitOrbit as part of Velas 3.0. Velas is a high-throughput blockchain that uses artificial intuition, which is an interesting term we're starting to see more and more, to automatically optimize its operating parameters. And they've just announced the launch of Velas 3.0, which is a new ecosystem comprised of a suite of new products centered around Velas's long-awaited BitOrbit social media platform. Here's the idea. Through BitOrbit, users will be able to access and manage their VLX tokens and synthetic assets such as VBTC, Ethereum, and more within a single platform, and will have access to a growing micro app ecosystem available directly within the BitOrbit chat client. This is going to make finding and interacting with decentralized finance dApps and making both personal and business payments as simple as shopping through the Facebook marketplace. Velas is also going to be introducing IPFS-powered content distribution platform, which will use community governance to quickly eliminate rule-violating content such as copyright material, while giving users a way to monetize their computer resources by hosting and sharing files. As you can see, Velas is up nicely on the day. Again, ticker VLX, they're up 7.2% on the day, now to just under 2.6 cents. You guys can read about this further. Also, check out Velas.com. Yahoo Finance is also covering the story. Velas prepares to launch the Velas 3.0 ecosystem. You can also read about it on CryptoPotato.com. So many trend tracking firms out there are only corroborating what we already knew, the fact that decentralized finance, DeFi, is a booming success. It's here to stay, and the growth of DeFi in 2021 is actually going to eclipse what we saw, believe it or not, in 2020. So DeFi is only going to expand, get more sophisticated, become a broader market offering a greater number of features and services and advantages. And so this is what Velas is taking advantage of in a good way. Again, check out the story here. We'll link to all of this in the description below. But a big kudos to Velas. This is one that we're going to keep an eye on. We'll let you guys know if and when developments emerge. Okay, here we have some Luna news. Luna stakers, fasten your seatbelts. We're excited to announce that our $25,000 Terra Money stake drop campaign is now live. Our Terra stake drop campaign has begun with a bang, with over 12.5 million Luna already staked by stake drop participants, stacking up those XPRT rewards. $25,000 worth of XPRT tokens have been allocated for distribution to Luna stakers spread across the 25-day Terra stake drop. If you don't want to miss out on XPRT rewards, send that magic transaction now, and you can check out the tutorial here on the link that is provided. Yesterday, we talked about PancakeSwap and how they achieved a very prestigious $1 billion mark. Here you have CZ Binance following up. Quote, leading the BSC charge is PancakeSwap with 3,300 daily unique active wallets. While the figure is still 8 times lower than the top ETH DEX Uniswap, Pancake is already generating more than other top ETH dApps such as SushiSwap or Balancer, believe it or not. I heard people say once you try BSC, you can't go back. Hey, so once you receive kudos from Changpeng Zhao like that, that's, I think, a sign that you've arrived and you're doing something right. Engine here is in the news, at Engine on Twitter. Looks like a coin market cap is making its way into an engine-powered game. Any guesses which one? I will say no more. Leave your guesses in the comments below. I'd be very intrigued to see what collectively you guys think is the correct answer here. TrustSwap is in the news. TrustSwap Visa integration with Connect Financial. Use Visa and pay with Swap worldwide. So a big kudos and congratulations to our friends over at TrustSwap. The Visa integration with Connect Financial. They're pleased to announce that Swap will be a currency available on the Visa credit card powered by Connect.Financial. Custom branded TrustSwap credit cards will also be issued. And you know what? It's been a little while since we've talked about Electroneum, but they are in the news here. They continue to do good work at Electroneum on Twitter. People in Sierra Leone, Togo, Benin, and Ivory Coast can now top up their electricity on their smartphone with the Electroneum app. 2021 to be big for any task as Electroneum kicks off major international TV ad campaign in the US across the best television network. You can read more about that on news.electroneum.com. Let's talk a little bit now about Chiliz and Alexander Dreyfus. Alex here on Twitter. JUV, Juventus FC, is first Chiliz fan token to reach a $20 million market cap ahead of Binance's listing. It will go up, it'll go down, but it creates a precedent in the sports industry. CHZ. Hey, not too bad. That's something. That certainly does set a precedent here. And Alexander continuing, almost 3.5 million USD of Chiliz pledged to the Socios locker room for 3 potential teams. A Milan, a Madrid, and a Manchester team. Sort of a blind staking fan token offering, 44 days to go or less. Hashtag be more than a fan, hashtag tokenization. If you have no idea what we're talking about or you're hearing about this for the first time, check out here the Binance overview of their introduction to Juventus and Paris Saint-Germain fan tokens. This is happening on the Binance launch pool. Farm JUV and PSG tokens by staking BNB, BUSD, and CHZ Chiliz tokens. This from just under a week ago, the 14th of December. All right, team, that is it for today. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into our website, altcoinbuzz.io. Check out that Telegram trade signal group as well. Guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications because, of course, that helps the YouTube algorithm. Best of luck if you choose to invest on this Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Stay safe, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.